Steven from LegitTechTutorials, and we are on tutorial number 14, which is going to be comments and organization. So we're going to go over how to comment your code, and I'll show you how to comment while you're writing as well. So we are back on the guessinggame.java file, and we are going to comment this particular one and show you how to organize it. So here, first we'll go off on organizing. As you can see, it's better to organize your files just how I have it here. So whatever's inside a block is tabbed over, and you could see that the two pieces here do not have any spaces in between, and that the Eclipse does a pretty good job of this. A lot of other IDEs fail at this, but Eclipse is one of the best, or the best program for organization. And then you see here the tiering, right? The hierarchy or the tiering. So here is the first block, then the second block is tabbed, then the third block is tabbed, and the else ifs are tabbed inside of the third block level, and you can see that they are vertical aligned, and here they are vertically aligned here as well. And then you see here the block of code is tabbed farther in. So if we would have another if, it would be also tabbed farther in. Same thing here is we have another method which is tabbed in from the public class, and you can see here that we have our stuff organized inside. And also you could do further organization to where, let's say you have the constructor on top, that type of thing, or you have your ints up top, your variables up top, and then of course your main at the bottom. You can do that as well. Okay, so now we're going to talk about comments. Now, if you remember, comments are where you have the double front. So here, let's say you say play game. So we're going to say randomizes the number between 0 and 100. And that is going to be the play game definition, and you could actually get this guy and cut it, and what we'll do is we'll paste it out here. So now we know exactly what the play game is. It says randomizes number between 0 and 100, then calls take guess. So now that we got that, and then we're going to say here, we're going to do a comment. We're going to say randomizes a number between 0 and 100, and then we're going to say calls take guess. So now we know where it's going, and now we can easily look, and you can see that that Eclipse color coordinates all this stuff in green, all the comments, so you could easily see this. And also you could comment what this is. So you're going to say what int you are guessing is a number, and you're going to say number the player must guess, number of guesses the player has total. Whatever. Okay, so and then we're gonna continue, and then we could explain here. So we're gonna say check. See right there, I looked at it, couldn't even really tell what it is. Now I know what it is. Checking to see if you have guesses left. And we're going to say if guess is larger than the number. Then here we're going to say if guess is smaller than the number. If guess is equal to the number. And then here we're going to say if you are out of guesses. scanning in your guess, then calling your guess int, then calling method check. Okay, so now and then we'll just say here a constructor, and then here we're gonna say constructing guessing game, and here we're gonna say starting game. So there you go. That's basically what it would look like to comment. Now we know what everything is. So here we're going to be checking to see if you have any guesses left. If guesses is larger than the number, then we're going to go in here. If guesses is smaller than the number, then we're going to go in here. And if guesses is equal to the number, then we'll go in here. And of course, you could get it down to where every line is commented. This right here is what I prefer. I would prefer, like, you know, not... This here would be something I would have, but I would rather have it in every method to explain what the method is, and during every loop to explain what needs to be true in order for the loop to go in, so I don't have to go and look what the guesses are. For example, if you're, for whatever reason, this variable doesn't make sense and is not very logical, you know exactly what you're looking for here. And up here explaining what the variables are equal to. And then of course you could also add spaces to break things up, to make things a little more readable. So, you know, between stuff, to make sure that you don't see green after green after green and just keep going on green stuff. You know, now this looks very clean. You can see this is very organized. We can easily add stuff. Now let's go ahead and add the hot and cold option here. Let's see if we could do that. So let's say void. So let's go under check, this check here, and let's say a guess is higher than number. So let's do double and sign, and if guess minus number is less than, let's say is greater than or equal to 20. So then we're going to say so we're going to say number is lower, you are cold. Let's say warm. Let's grab the same thing here. Let's grab this whole same comment here, and we'll copy it, paste it. Say number minus number. Guess is larger than number, so we're going to say less than 10, you are hot. And then we're going to, that's basically it there. And then here we're going to do the same thing here, similar thing here, but we are going to just change it slightly. Oops. So we're going to say the same thing, except for this time it's going to be, since the guess is smaller, so it's going to be number minus guess. Is over 20, then you are warm. Then you are warm. It's actually supposed to be this way. Okay, so it's 20. And then we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it again. So now to make sure that you understand if guess is smaller than the number, and the difference so there you go. Now you got, a very understandable thing here. And also you could change this to a variable. You could call it warm. So let's say we do int warm. Int warm equals 10 equals 20. Int hot equals 10. You could say warm. You could say warm. Say hot and hot, and then you would change the comments accordingly. So let's make sure this guy works. Enter in your guess. So let's say 15. So it should be within 10 of this. So we're gonna say higher. Oh, sorry, I was warm, not hot. So let's try it one more time. That should be working. So let's do 25. Terminated for some reason. Don't know why I did that. Why is it terminating now? Okay, so that is if... So we're missing this part right here, so let's go ahead and copy this guy. This is it's going to be if it's more than warm, then you're cold. Let's copy. So let's go ahead and space these out. Sorry, space it out here. So this is going to be an else if. Oops. Copy that. Paste that here. And if guess is higher than number and it's more than warm, then you're going to be cold. Okay. Now if we go in. 25. Numbers higher, you are cold, so it's more than 20. So we're going to say, 40. 60. Okay. So this works. So this is how you do comments. Very simple. Makes it a lot easier to read what you have and to change what you want to add and things like that. But of course, also comments could get, in the way. So that's why I don't comment while I'm writing, because I'm explaining it to you. Comments are good if like, for example, you could take notes. If you want to take notes on my tutorials, then take notes on top of what you're writing here, and then just create another test class or whatever if you want to, and then have all of the ones, because sometimes I just go in there and delete it. But so go in and save each one and save it to a text document or something, and have the comments in so you could save and have notes in order to better study. But we're going to be hammering these in with practices that you probably don't need to take notes. But this is just common practice. This is just good. And you can see that these now are off. The comments are off, so it could confuse people because now it says cold, right? So there is some good and bad things to these. Yeah, but anyways, so So that's how you write comments and better organize your code so you can read it. And you know, you could have some own practices of your own, but these are the practices that I do and that I really like doing, and I really think that it's good to read. Some other times I think it just makes it hard to read on how other things are organized. But this is, I think, the best way to do it, and this is how I do it. And you could kind of, you know, make your own type of thing, your own type of convention. But this is basically it on comments and organization. So stay tuned for my next tutorial, which is going to be talking about handling and catching exceptions to make for some more professional code, like you see here. Make it better style and things like that. So this has been Steven from LegitTechTutorials, and I'd like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Please subscribe for more series and tutorials in this series, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.